Looking for a beautifully textured 2-row repeat crochet stitch that works up pretty quickly? If you are, why not try the cloud stitch in crochet? If you're ready to learn, I'm Rachel from Hope Corner Farm, and by day I'm a home ec teacher who teaches hundreds of students how to crochet. And let's grab a hook and some yarn and we'll get crocheting. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos, and don't forget to give me some feedback on this video. Give me a like or a comment, let me know what I did well or things that I could improve upon. For today's crochet tutorial, you're going to have to know how to complete a few different stitches. First off, you're going to have to know how to chain, and you're going to have to know how to single crochet stitch. You're also going to have to learn the cloud cluster stitch, and I'm going to show you how to do that in this tutorial. You are also going to need to know how to slip stitch. For today's crochet tutorial, I'm going to use a size J 6.0 millimeter crochet hook as well as some size 4 medium weight yarn in this teal color. Use whatever works best for you. You may also need a pair of scissors and a yarn needle at the end of your project. Today's crochet tutorial is written using US crochet terms. For the cloud stitch, you need to start by chaining an even number. Any even number will do, so I am going to chain 12. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So again, start by chaining an even number. We will begin row 1 by working into the second chain from the crochet hook. I personally am going to work into the back bump of the chain, but you can work into the chain however works best for you. There is no right or wrong way, and I just like how it looks better to work into the back bump of the chain. Into the second chain from the crochet hook, we are going to single crochet. So without yarning over, we insert our hook, yarn over, pull through the stitch, then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and that completes a single crochet stitch. We're going to place one single crochet stitch in each of the chains across. So row 1 is all single crochets that are worked into the chain. So you're just going to keep repeating that till you get to the end of the row. You could start by foundation single crocheting as well, and you would foundation single crochet an odd number because you lose 1 stitch by working into the second chain from the crochet hook. So our stitch count is going to be an odd number at the end of this row. So if you choose the foundation single crochet option, you are going to want to skip right to row 2. You're not going to do row 1. And that completes row 1. For row 2, you're going to start by chaining 1 and then turning your work. Into the very first stitch, we're going to slip stitch. So without yarning over, we insert our hook, then we yarn over, pull through all of the loops on our crochet hook to complete a slip stitch. Into the next stitch, we're going to work our cloud cluster stitch. So to do that, we yarn over, we insert into the stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch. Now I have 3 loops on my crochet hook. I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2 of those loops. Now I have 2 loops remaining on my crochet hook. Without yarning over, I'm going to go back into the stitch, yarn over, pull back through that same stitch. Now I've got 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over, pull through all 3 loops to complete the cloud cluster stitch. Now we get into the repeat for our row, and the repeat for our row is worked across 2 stitches. So into the first of the 2 stitches, we are going to slip stitch. Into the second of the 2 stitches, we're going to work another cloud cluster the same way that we did in the previous cloud cluster stitch. And we're going to repeat that until we have 1 stitch remaining for our row, where we slip stitch, cloud cluster stitch, until we have 1 stitch remaining for our row. Now the hardest part about this is not yarning over that second time. So when you get to this point, you don't yarn over. Instead, you just go right back into the stitch. That's something that I struggled with, is wanting to yarn over again in that cloud stitch for that second step. So don't yarn over when you get to this point. Just insert your hook back in, then yarn over, pull through, and then pull through all 3 loops. After you've completed your last cloud cluster, repeat for the row. You should have 1 stitch remaining. Into that very last stitch of the row, we're going to work a slip stitch. And that completes row 2. Now this is the wrong side, or the back side of our work, so just kind of keep that in mind. The other thing to notice is that your stitch tops kind of curve and curl towards the back here. You're going to want to pay attention to that in the next row. For row 3, we're going to start by chaining 1 and turning our work. For row 3, we are working a single crochet in each of the stitches across. Remember how I told you that those stitch tops kind of curl to the back? You have to pay attention to that because you're going to have to look a little bit for those stitch tops. So we're going to work 1 single crochet in each of these stitches across, making sure to pick up the stitch tops that have curled towards the back and finding all of them. Don't miss any of these, just really make sure you're paying attention. And if you're uncertain, you can kind of flip your work and see if you've worked into it or not. So again, row 3 is a row of single crochet stitches worked in each of the stitches all the way across. And that completes row 3. For the remainder of your project using the cloud stitch, you're going to simply keep alternating row 2, which is your row with your cloud cluster stitches, with row 3, which is your row of single crochet stitches. So row 2, row 3, row 2, row 3 until you're ready to be done with your project. Keep in mind that this is a very one-sided crochet stitch. This is the right side of your project. Notice those cloud stitches really pop towards this side and add a lot of texture, detail, and interest to this side. The back side is a lot more flat and less interesting. So just kind of keep that in mind, that there is definitely, you can see how those stitches pop to the right side, that there's definitely a right and a wrong side to this crochet stitch. As far as finishing off the cloud stitch goes, I would end with a row of single crochet stitches. So I would end after a repeat of row 3. You want a row of single crochet stitches because that's going to make your top look a lot more like the bottom, and it's going to make things look a lot more even and nice. So again, I end after a repeat of row 3. And that's how to crochet the cloud stitch. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos. And if you're looking for another fun textured crochet stitch like this, you could check out my floret stitch tutorial right here. And I hope you have a wonderful day.